When the going gets tough, the tough go shopping. The even tougher actually open new retail outlets. Amongst the brave is Nicole Brown, a former model who's opened the first UK branch of Italian clothing operation Brandy and Melville at Europe's newest and largest inner-city shopping mall, Westfield. The company is unique in that it is made up of two different material manufacturing companies that were once competitors, but which also bought and sold to each other. They joined forces and are now one of the most prestigious names in Italian high street fashion, creating quality designs in the affordable price range for that most discerning of customer, the teenage girl. But will what works in Italy work in Britain?
When we first started looking into Brandy and Melville, I had this idea of bringing this brand to London because I've seen this big poster, black and white, in Chelsea. All these Kings Road teenagers is wearing preppy clothing, and I said, this is the place to open Brandy and Melville.
Nicole's is just one of 265 shops and 50 restaurants that have opened at Westfield. Built by the Australian Westfield Group on 46 acres in the Shepherd's Bush area of West London, the complex cost $2.7 billion. It's a huge amount to risk at any time, but in the middle of one of the worst economic downturns for decades, it could be regarded as fine madness.
We built this building for a long-term return, and we've put down the foundations to achieve a long-term return. So if in the early days the retailers are doing a bit less business because the consumer confidence is lower, well, that's okay, because in time and over time we expect this to have a very big footprint and to change the frame of reference of what people think about shopping, not only in London but in Europe. So we're very confident of our long-term return, notwithstanding opening it in the current environment.
To that end, Westfield includes in its mix not only mainstream retailers such as M&S and Debenhams and high street stores such as Topshop, but also upmarket brands such as Louis Vuitton, Prada and Tiffany.
There's actually 25 countries represented here in shops, and of course London is a very special place. It's on the doorstep to Europe, and so you're able to the culture and the continental mix gives you the opportunity to have all of those array of shops all under one roof.
When you talk to companies like Estee Lauder, they have the lipstick index, and during a downturn they actually see sale of lipsticks increase.
So confidence inside the building, but what about the effect outside the area of London known to locals as W12?
There are massive opportunities for this part of London. W12 has been a symbol of poverty for a generation, and this is the first in a catalyst for the wider regeneration of one of the most deprived parts of London.
$314 million have been spent on public transport, including the creation of London's first new underground station in 70 years.
This is the most networked shopping centre, probably not just in this country, but in Europe.
Back at Brandy and Melville, spirits are high, and certainly their target audience seemed to like the product.
I was shocked. It's huge. It's great. I'm definitely be coming back.
It's really amazing. I came in here, I was completely shocked. I didn't know it'd be this big, but it's really nice.
I think people still are spending. I think people. I think in times of crisis, people do spend on quality things, and that's half the kind of point of the Westfield.
Under the eco-conscious glass roof of Westfield, the mood is optimistic. Over 250,000 people crammed into the mall on its opening day, and the owners are hoping for over 20 million visitors in its first year. For many of the shoppers here, it seems to be crisis? What crisis?